Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry. In the last episode, we found out that we can now go to other areas. We can now go to the new Lost Wages strip, where we were able to meet Metallica and Dick Ryder. And we need to help Lemma out. Her drummer has gone missing, and we have yet to go back to the Salon Do Lazard and ask anything about them. And we found out that we need to do that after we talked to Lefty and talked to him and said, "Hey, have you seen any drummers anywhere?" And that is how you successfully load a game, just so you know. I remembered this time. And I really love the music at Lefties Bar when you're outside of it. It's like, they obviously couldn't use a Leisure Suit Larry theme, but they kind of got around it, and in a way, it's actually pretty good. Also, I should mention that the person who voiced Larry in the past, he's voicing him here again. I forgot his name. I'll probably look it up in the next video. I'll look it up before the next video, I mean. And also, Al Lowe is not involved in this game whatsoever. I may have mentioned this, and also I should mention that Leisure Suit Larry does things if you leave him standing around for long enough. He either does the double finger point pose, or he uses his mouth spray. He will do one of those two things. Anyway, we need to go back to the strip, because we need to go to Salon Do Lazard and ask around. Let's talk to Lemma first. Okay, what's your drums buddy's name? We have a new dialogue option now.
What's your drum buddy's name?
Stix LaBeum.
An interesting clue.
And do we have a picture of him?
Do you have a picture of your drummer?
Not a chance. He hates having his picture taken, and he's not even on timber. But you should ask the boys here in the Salon Do Lazard about him. He was talking to them too.
An interesting clue. I should check to see if anyone else around here knows anything about Stix.
Well, she told you that there's somebody else who does.
See you in a bit.
So let's go ahead and talk to Atticus and Everett real quick.
Hello. Welcome to the Salon Do Lazard.
Let's see here. We gotta have some... There we go. There's our new dialogue option.
I heard you were talking to a drummer named Stix.
Yes, creepy guy. What about him?
And we have a bunch of dialogue options we can pick from. We're gonna go from top all the way down to the bottom.
Any idea where I can find him?
No idea. We threw him out because he started smoking in here.
We can be thankful if our customers don't sue us.
An interesting clue.
So he smokes. Remember that for a little later.
Can you describe him a little better?
What do you want to know?
Well, we have two more options on top of that, so let's go through both.
What was he wearing?
One of those old-fashioned biker jackets?
Only not in white, like you.
An interesting clue. Can you describe him a little better?
What do
And of course, you have to go back to this option whenever you use either one of these.
What color is his hair?
Hard to say with his red bandana.
His beard was gray, at any rate.
Oh, yeah. He looked pretty unkempt. And he didn't even want to buy our quality beard oil.
An interesting clue.
And let's see if we can find out anything else.
Know anything else about Stix?
He had a huge fight with that Lemma.
That guy seems to have some serious issues.
An interesting clue.
Okay, let's go
I'll see you later.
out of these dialogue options, and now we have to talk to Lemma again, because Stix LaBeum and Metallica had a fight before Stix ran off.
I hear
is one stubborn son of a bitch. He thinks that we're selling our souls by performing here at the Salon Do Lazard. He just doesn't want to see that this is our big chance. Instead, he hangs out in the seediest parts of town. He definitely has some issues, especially with alcohol and gambling. Well, nobody's perfect.
An interesting clue.
So, apparently Stix LaBeum seems to not like the environment of the Salon Do Lazard and has run off elsewhere. There's also one more thing we need to do. He was smoking. And well, there is this ashtray. Now, up until this point in the game, if you clicked on it, Larry would just say that he's not going to bother messing with it. But if you do it now,
Guys in the Salon de Lazard said the drummer smoked. I wonder whether... Yes, a pack of camel toe. Never heard of that brand before. An interesting clue.
we can now get a pack of cigarettes, which is going to be pretty interesting. Let's go back to Lefties and go back into the bar. I need to remember to double click on places, so that way I can get the places faster. Because I remember Chris from the Gaming Corner mentioning that.
Something I could do for you, Larry?
Well,
Let us ask about the drummer again.
was one of your guests tonight a drummer?
It wasn't exactly rush hour tonight, but I don't remember any drummer. Well, at least nobody had a drum kit with them. Can you describe him a little better?
Now, you have a couple of options, and you can go through them, but the main one you want to click on is the one about the alcohol and gambling issues. This will allow you to cut straight to the chase. The other ones won't really get you anywhere.
He has some alcohol and gambling issues.
Those are my favorite guests. You know any more about him?
Oh. I guess you have to go through them all.
Weird brand of cigarettes. Camel toe.
Camel toe definitely doesn't remind me of any drummers. You know any more about him?
He wears one of those old-fashioned biker jackets.
That's not the most unusual description for a drummer. You know any more about him?
Gray beard, unkempt, no use for beard oil.
I can't tell those bearded hipsters apart anyway. You know any more about him?
His name is Stix LaBeum.
Oh, that drummer. Why didn't you say so? You'll find him at Pier 69, blowing his money on gambling. Pier 69 is right at the end of Nebold Street. You'd best be off getting an Unter.
Pier 69 added to Unta.
Okay, so that's how that works. You have to go through all the dialogue options, and whichever one you land on last, that's the one that gets Lefty remembering things, and that's how you are able to unlock Pier 69 for the Unter app, where you will be able to find our good friend Stix, hopefully. So we now have this Ferris wheel over here in the middle of the Unter map, and we can now click on it. So let's go ahead and do that.
Only be called from the street.
Oh, right, we gotta leave the bar first. We need to leave the bar and then do that. So now that we're on Pier 69, there are a few things that we can do here. Before we go over to wherever Stix may be, because it doesn't seem like he's here right now, there are two things we can do. One is putting a poster right here on this poster wall.
And that's another one gone.
And from there, we can talk to Becky or Lance. Lance was mentioned by Becky a little while ago, but this is the first time you see him.
Hello, Becky.
Hey, that's the guy I was telling you about? That's Larry. He put something in my drink and then wanted to attack me.
Is that true? Is that true?
I really don't know why Becky is now lying, saying Larry wanted to attack her when, you know, all he really cares about is getting it on.
Absolutely not.
Stay away from me, you creep. I mean, it really got my community behind me to support me, but that was some really sick shit. Don't ever do that again.
And it doesn't really matter which one you pick.
I promise.
Right.
Hey, you stay away from Becky, you hear me?
Who are you?
Lance.
And from here, we can now talk to Lance.
So, Lance, what do you do?
I'm a fitness trainer and I work in the gym on the strip. If you really want to get in shape, then I'm the one to talk to. Six packs and big, strong biceps are my thing. They're my specialty.
And Lance seemed to have gone from angry at us to warming up and wanting to get to know us, or at least wanting to introduce himself rather quickly. Okay, we might as well go ahead and go through more of the dialogue options, because why not?
Is Becky your girlfriend?
Lance is my date. Aren't his muscles just so totally on fleek? He's the perfect insta-husband.
Hey, I just have what the ladies want. Good thing I'm all about the ladies. Exclusively.
I wonder if that word exclusively is supposed to hint at anything, but maybe I'm just reading too much into things. And I'll just ask this for a laugh.
Can I get you something else to drink, Becky?
No.
See you later.
That was amazing. Anyway, let's go over here, because there's nothing really else that we can do on the left side of this area. And I believe that is probably an amusement park area. And it appears that our friend, Stix LaBeum, is right in front of us. Let's talk to him first.
Come on, give me 4 this time. Bingo, jackpot, give me something. Anything, baby.
And he really seems to love that slot machine. But then again, he does have gambling issues.
Stix?
Well, who wants to know?
I'm Larry. Larry Laffer. Lemma sent me. Are you Stix?
Yeah? Leave me alone.
And, I guess it doesn't really matter which one you pick here.
I like the Stones.
You totally look like a rocker.
Thanks.
Don't feel bad. I get this all the time.
Okay, maybe not. I guess you do have to go through the dialogue options.
Lemma's quite the hottie, isn't she?
A pain in the ass. Stix, stop playing the horses. Stix, stop playing the shell game. Stix, stop the hot dog eating competitions. She just won't let me be who I am.
And here's the last one.
Drumming doesn't have much to do with music.
Well, I guess that's true. At least it's loud.
Come on. Lemma's waiting for you.
Not a freaking prayer. She wants us to play in that awful hipster bar. They don't serve beer. They only serve smoothies. If Lemma wants to surrender to the capitalist pig system, I'm out. You could tell her I'm quitting the band.
Well, that's interesting. We now seem to have Stix LaBeum's points of view on performing at the Salon Do Lazard. He just hates the environment of the whole thing. There are some other things that we can work with for now. For instance, there's this embossing machine.
You have to insert something you want to press.
I wonder. We could use this gold tooth right now because gold is very easy to press. Why not?
That should work, because that's really old gold. machine pressed that tooth into a coin.
And we now have a gold doubloon. Anyway, there are other people that we can talk to for the time being, such as the smoking guy.
Hey. Yes? I'm Larry Laffer, and I bet your name is...
It doesn't really matter which option you pick for this one.
Steamy Bison.
Are you serious? You do realize how cliched and racist that is? Look, an Indian who smokes. I bet his name's probably made up of smoke and animal names.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. What is your name, then?
Smokey Bear.
Didn't see that coming! Well... we now have a bunch of dialogue options that we can... well, two, actually, that we can select between. Let's ask about the cigarette first. And hopefully, let's try to talk like a normal human being first, because I can't do that.
Cigarette you have there.
What? Never seen an EPeace Pipe before?
And it doesn't matter which one you pick.
E as in intellecty?
E, as in electric.
Are you a robot?
You really were born yesterday. An electronic cigarette evaporates its ingredients and doesn't contain nicotine. The modern liquids that are evaporated are made from completely natural ingredients.
And let's see if we can take it.
Can I have that e-cigarette?
No way. My body needs the organic substances the cigarette evaporates. I've never heard of these e-cigarettes being in any way harmful.
So we'll have to get him to change his mind about e-cigarettes if we want to take the e-cigarette away from him. Let's see what else he does.
What do you do?
Let me guess. You're assuming that I'm running a gambling joint here. Like we were allowed to do on the reservation back in the day, right?
And it doesn't really matter how you answer.
Well, that's a nasty assumption.
Well, at any rate, I actually do own the oldest casino in New Lost Wages. But it's just a rumor that my ancestors built it on an old Indian cemetery, and that's why everyone loses.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. So at least we know about him, even though it kind of has no bearing on anything that we're doing whatsoever. And I did not want to leave, exactly. Well, at least it says to the Funfair now. So we now know where this area is.
Hello? What's up?
And we can talk to Waltraud, who is the owner of this pawn shop.
Is it fun working in a pawn shop?
Oh yeah, I spent my whole life here. The shop belonged to my parents, and I took it over a few years ago. Whenever I work here, I think of them. Some things have been lying around here for like decades. Isn't that great?
Hey, you never know what you might find in a pawn shop. Let's ask about the photo panorama.
What's that photo panorama?
It shows a romantic sunset at the golden hour. It's a little faded, but that's why it suits New Lost Wages.
How much is it?
Collector's item, $100. But I only take cash.
I don't have that kind of money.
Well, I'd also trade it for a really extraordinary secondhand object.
I'll try to find something like that.
Interesting. We'll have to keep that in mind. Let's also ask about the figurine on the counter there.
What kind of strange figurine is that?
This is a very rare Sleaze Wars character. The slave princess,
even has a removable gold bikini. Incredibly valuable. Still in the original packaging. Like, even the air inside is from the 70s.
Remember that statement about the air from the 70s for later. Now, we could buy the figurine, but we don't have $1,000.
See you later.
So we'll just leave her alone for now. There are some things that we can take. For instance, there's a poster wall, but there's something in the way. Can we take this while, or rather remove it, while...
First, I'll take down the poster that's hanging there.
Yes, we can.
Just one poster left.
Wow. And in our inventory, we now have a conspiracy pamphlet. What happens if we click on it?
I don't think so.
Well, we can't read it. Maybe I should have clicked on it first before actually doing it. Let's see. Maybe this is crazy enough to work.
Look at this. Let me see that. National control, chemtrails, brainwashing. The popular e-cigarettes also contain substances used to control people. They are, so to speak, chemtrails to go. Okay, I think I'd better stop.
Oh, can I have the e-cigarette now?
It's not that simple. I need some kind of substitute. Something that satisfies me orally. That sounded a little weird, but you get my drift.
Don't worry, I kind of get the context there, Smokey. Thankfully, we have something that will work. The cigarettes.
Would that satisfy you orally?
Okay, fine. At least it doesn't contain any artificial poisons. Here. Take this chemtrail contaminated poison injector.
And we now have the EPeace Pipe. And now, we can go back to the strip. I still need to figure out where that one last place I can put a poster is. But anyway, let's talk to... Oh, hey. That wasn't there before. There's a guitar case. Let's talk to Lemma.
Lemma, I have some bad news.
What?
Stix says he's quitting the band.
That goddamn gambling son of a bitch. He just leaves me hanging. And when our next gig could be our breakthrough. Okay, that's it. The band is history. I don't have a drummer anymore, and my guitar's been stolen. No guitar, no concert.
Don't give up yet. Maybe there's still something I can do. I'll find out where your guitar is.
Go ahead, surprise me.
Alright then. Well, we might as well go ahead and click on the guitar case.
The guitar was stolen.
And in its place is a matchbox. Let's go ahead and take that.
It's from a nightclub called Hell's Pawn. The address is on here too.
Hell's Pawn added to Unta.
This should be interesting.
So, we now have the ability to go to this nightclub right here. Let's not go over there yet, though. Can we say anything more to Lemma?
Where was the last place you saw your guitar?
It was in my guitar case by the door the whole time.
I'll find out where your guitar is.
Go ahead, surprise me.
Alright, so it was stolen right under her nose. Can we say anything to Atticus or Everett? Can we get anything new from them? Sadly, no. And now, we have a new place to go to. On Unter, we have the nightclub. And we're going to check that place out, hopefully to look for some more clues, in the next video. So I'm going to go ahead and save my game again. Do it right here. And from here, I'm going to call it. Join me next time where we go to the nightclub and try to find some clues as to where Lemma Metallica's guitar is. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!